Equestrian Techno Wiz by Chaos Magemon. Chapter 1, Experiment gone Awry. One night in the city of Chicago, in a place called Earth, the scene was shown in the backyard of a bungalow where it was before an average clubhouse. But it went further downward into the ground, revealing a laboratory with a computer monitor, work tables, and robots on a conveyor belt looking deactivated. Off to a corner was a 13-year-old boy with short brown hair and blue eyes. His outfit included brown boots with metallic soles, blue jeans, a lime green shirt covered by a dark green short-sleeved unbuttoned shirt. The boy was known as Iggy Douglas. Iggy was known by his peers as a genius who had a real knack, robotics engineering and inventing. He was currently working on some kind of machine designed like an archway. He made a few adjustments before putting his tools down and looking up at it. "Yes! It's finally done, Gizmo!" he called out. Suddenly wheeling over to the boy's side was a robot that had a single large wheel at the bottom which served as its lower body and means of movement. The top part was long, sleek, and oval-shaped along with yellow eyes, while its arms were long and had cylindrical claws. The robot's body itself was black and blue with computer circuitry. It was Gizmo, the very first robot Iggy ever built, and his trusted assistant. "You called, sir?" Gizmo asked. "Take a look, Gizmo. My dimension window is finally completed." Iggy presented the machine to his robot. "Magnificent, sir! All your hard work has finally paid off!" Gizmo applauded. "Hopefully, after all the setbacks from previous attempts, I pray this time will be a charm," Iggy replied. Time to put it to the test. He went to the control panel and turned it on. The machine started generating energy as the archway started creating a thorough vision in the center. It started off blurry before scenery of places started appearing one after another. "Yes!" Iggy cheered. "It really works!" He danced around with his assistant. "Just think, Gizmo, a chance to observe other universes' inhabitants." "I haven't seen you this happy since that day when you perfected your video game simulator room." "Indeed. Oh, Gizmo, take a look! Hundreds upon hundreds of universes out there, and they're mine to observe for research purposes." Suddenly, they saw the scene coming into view, what looks like a castle, and at that moment, the machine started fizzing and short-circuiting. "What's going on?" Gizmo gasped. "Power surge! You better turn it off!" Gizmo wheeled over to the control panel and tried shutting it down, but yet to no avail. "It's not responding!" "What?" Iggy asked in outrage as he saw the machine start sucking things in like a vacuum. "It's pulling me in!" He tried to grab a hold of something, but the force was too strong, and he was assimilated in the unintentionally created portal. "Master!" Gizmo cried as he watched his creator fly through the portal. "Gizmo!" Iggy cried as he flew through the vortex before the machine shut down. Gizmo, who was blown back from the power surge, got up and saw the machine was fried. "Oh no, Master Iggy!" He wheeled over to the device, seeing it in disrepair. "Where did he go?" Iggy, meanwhile, was flying through a rainbow-colored vortex, screaming in fright. "Where am I going?" Meanwhile, in the magical land of Equestria that very night, at Kennerlock Castle, the two monarchs of the land, Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, were out on their balcony, looking up at the sky.
Another glorious evening as always, Luna.
Celestia complimented her sister.
Thank you, Tia. You should get some sleep. I'll watch over things.
Luna assured her sister.
Okay.
Celestia was about to turn in until her sister spoke up.
Tia, look!
Celestia looked back where Luna was looking up at. They saw something glowing and falling from the sky headed right for the castle garden with a crash.
What was that?
Luna gasped in shock.
I don't know, but we better check this out.
Celestia suggested as the two spread their wings and glided down from the tower. Meanwhile, in the castle garden, Iggy laid in a smoky crater covered in dirt. He groaned as he came to before rolling over onto his back. Oh, what a wipeout! He finally straggled to his feet before dusting his pants and his shirt off. He looked up and saw it was still nighttime, but he was no longer in his lab. In fact, he wasn't even in Chicago. What? Where am I? He saw the castle and was wide-eyed. I'm definitely not in Chicago anymore. He realized something. Ah! Gizmo! He held up his left arm, and strapped on his wrist was a communicator watch. He pressed on it. Gizmo! Gizmo, come in, do you read me? But all he got was static on the screen. Oh, great. We're cut off. He looked at his cell phone, seeing no signal either. This is useless too, he sighed. I'm cut off from Gizmo and have no idea where I am. Can this get any worse? Hold it right there! A voice called out, and suddenly Iggy looked, seeing 4 Pegasus guards aiming spears at him from all sides. Oh, Spock! Iggy cursed in shock, seeing what was confronting him. Who are you, and why are you here? One of the guards asked as he poked his spear a little closer to Iggy to intimidate him. Hey, what do you point at? Iggy argued. Answer us! Another guard argued, feeling ready to poke his spear closer. Oh, I'm screwed. The boy said in disrepair until a voice spoke up.
Stand down, all of you.
The guards looked over and saw Celestia and Luna approach them. The guards were quite surprised, while Iggy was in shock, seeing he only made it up to the shorter one's size, while he reached the taller one's neck. Princesses! The guards bowed their heads. Princesses? Iggy asked in confusion as he looked up at the 2 tall equine creatures, noticing their horns and wings. What mythological equine has wings and a horn? The tallest of the 2 eyeballed Iggy, much to his worry, before turning to the guards.
Stand down.
What, your majesty? One asked.
I do not feel he's a threat.
Celestia explained. How could you be so sure, your highness? Another guard asked.
Instinct.
She smiled confidently. Knowing better than to go against one of the princess's orders, they lowered their spears, putting a look of relief on Iggy's face. Oh, thank God. He sighed. The 2 alicorns approached Iggy, putting him back in a worry as Luna spoke.
What is your name?
Iggy, ma'am. Iggy Douglas. he answered nervously, unsure how to address the dark blue maned creature.
Then, Iggy Douglas,
Luna continued.
if a princess may ask, are you by chance a human?
The 4 guards gasped in shock while Iggy was surprised once again. Well, yes, he answered while hoping his answer wasn't going to lead him into trouble. A human in Equestria? How is this possible? Another one of the 4 guards asked the princesses.
I do not know, but I assume you must have...
Celestia answered while motioning to Iggy. Well, it's a complicated story, he answered sheepishly.
Do we have time?
Luna replied. Well, before I tell you, can I make 2 requests if you don't mind? Iggy asked hopefully.
What is it?
Celestia asked. Could you 2 tell me your names? He gave his first request. The 2 eldest sisters looked at each other before nodding, and the eldest spoke.
Very well. I am Princess Celestia, Princess of the Day and Sun, and this is my little sister.
She motioned to Luna, who greeted him.
Princess Luna, Princess of the Night and Moon, a pleasure to meet you.
She bowed her head. Likewise. Iggy bowed his head in respect, feeling it was the right thing to do, or risk any possible signs showing disrespect.
What is your second request?
Celestia inquired out of the boy. Well... He began as the group of equine creatures gazed at him, awaiting his final request. Is there any place I can have a bath? I'm filthy. The guard's face hooked on such a request, expecting something more, but Princess Celestia spoke up.
Of course. Come with us.
She motioned him to follow. Okay, Iggy said as he followed the 2 princesses into the castle. As Iggy trailed behind, as they walked through the halls, Luna whispered to her sister.
How do you suppose a human could have arrived in Equestria, sister? I don't know.
Celestia admitted.
But if we want answers, then we must show this boy you do not mean him harm, or he'll refuse to cooperate.
Iggy thought to himself as he looked at the 2 sisters up ahead. Okay, I landed in a world seemingly populated by talking mythological equines. If I can't find a way to contact Gizmo, I may be stranded here for life. Don't stress. Just keep it together and hope for the best. Which I hope are in my favor.